actually texted me. I joined in June of 2013 on my birthday, so I could have a date that I can remember when I started. She had texted me and told me, hey, you or anyone you know interested in some all-natural weight loss? The most natural weight loss. And at the time, I had been trying for 6 months on my own to lose weight. I had done the juicing diet. I had changed my eating habits. I had quit off. I was working out. I was doing everything you're supposed to do, and nothing was changing. I had actually just written down the number to the weight loss clinic that's about 30 miles from us, and I was going to go get some of those pills that make you feel terrible. You lose the weight, you gain the weight back. So I knew when she texted me that it was something I was supposed to do because it hadn't been 30 minutes since I'd written that number down whenever she texted me. And we don't text. We see each other at reference. We do now, but at the time we didn't. So I said, yes, I want to try it. So I met her at the roping that weekend. She showed up. She said, try this, this, and this. Sign up as an ambassador. It's a better deal. You'll be able to get the product that you need. And so I did what she said. I got the product that she had on hand. I waited till the 3rd to start it. I signed up as an ambassador. I ordered the welcome pack that has 3 slims and 3 accelerators in it. I got great results immediately. I knew within 3 days I loved the product, so I was sharing with my family. Sold 2 of the combos out of my welcome pack. And I was out $7 for signing up. This was huge for me. I had a daughter that was fixing to start college. We were supposed to be going on a trip that summer. I literally lived from check to check. There was the money that I used to sign up was money I had been saving to go to the weight loss clinic. So it was huge. Immediately at work, everybody's like, what are you doing? You're happy every day. You haven't had a migraine. You're not, they could see a huge difference in you. So I was sharing my website, didn't know what I was doing. I still didn't know I had business. I'm just sending them to my website. It was pretty amazing. The first month after it, I had been in it a month, and on the 15th of July, the check that I got covered my truck payment. This was huge for me. I lived check to check. I'm thinking, oh my gosh. I was so excited. But the financial blessing was huge, and I, without a doubt, know that it was a God thing that He sent this to me prior to knowing, He knew what was coming up the next year, and I needed the money. I needed to be able to leave my job. He provided all that. But on the health side of it, it has changed my life. I lost 40 pounds. I've kept it off. My joints no longer kill me. I no longer suffer from chronic sinus infections. I had them all the time. Was at the doctor's always getting steroids, antibiotics, no more migraines. I could go on and on and on, but my life has changed. I have tons of family members that could fill this room up and tell you some of the same stories. Plexus did change my life.
Okay. My name is AbbyJo Hilderbrand, and I'm a senior Ruby ambassador. As you can read, I don't have any more headaches. That was the biggest thing that Plexus has done for me, besides the business side of it, is my migraines. I used to have migraines probably 3 to 5 days out of the week since I was about 8 years old. And I tried to get glasses, and I ate ibuprofen like candy, and just tried to do everything that I could do to get rid of my headaches, and they just wouldn't go away. So finally, I just realized that that was just how I was going to have to be. I couldn't go to concerts. Mom couldn't bite her cuticles without me getting a migraine. Just stupid little stuff would always trigger them. And I started Plexus because my parents were like, we'll pay for your products if you'll start it. I'm like, okay. And so I was like, it can't hurt. And I started taking the products, and I was in a radiology program, so I was getting up early and staying up late studying. And the first thing I noticed was the energy. I was having amazing energy, and I wasn't wanting to take a nap in the middle of the day. And then a couple months, well, probably a month into it, just a few weeks into Plexus, my mom was biting her cuticles in the car, and I turned at her to yell at her because I knew it was going to start a migraine, and I started crying instead because I realized that I hadn't had one since I started Plexus. And that's been over a year and a half ago. I started in June 2013, and I've had some minor headaches since then, but I can count on one hand how many I've had, and they haven't been anywhere close to what I used to. Yeah. So that was the main the first life-changing thing that Plexus did for me. And then I graduated from the X-ray program in May of 2014 and quit my X-ray job in July to do Plexus full-time. I was able to buy myself a Mustang and keep my Corolla for gas mileage whenever I wanted that. I was able to move out, moved to Colorado for a hot minute, came back home. But the point is, I had the money to do it. I wanted to. And I'm still living on my own and looking at buying a house because of the financial blessing that Plexus has been. I'm making more than most people do in a lifelong career. And I don't say that to brag, I say that because this is something that everybody can do, and I have a passion for it that you cannot believe, and I want this for everybody. I want everyone to have the health benefits, but I want them all to have the financial benefits too, because we can all do it. So, that being said, here's the history growth of Plexus. In the last 3 years, it's grown over 16,000%. And so, I mean, you can read the numbers, but it's just amazing. Okay, what if you had invested in Apple when most people just thought it was a healthy fruit? What if you can join a company that is only 6 years old but has experienced, hey, I just said that, 16,000% growth in the last 3 years, and you only had to invest $34.95 for the opportunity? Okay, I've gotten this a lot. I'm not a salesperson. I was not a salesperson. That's why I didn't go into retail. I went into the medical field because I didn't have to sell anything. I just took pictures. And you do not have to be a salesperson to be in this business, because I promise you, if you don't have your personal testimony, go read somebody else's. Use mine. Use my mom's. There's millions of testimonies out there that will make you cry just by reading them on Facebook. So this is a product that works. And whenever you get excited about it, you can't help but tell people about it. So you might as well be able to make money with it. So I think that it's better if you're not a salesperson, because then you're really sharing from the heart and you're not talking anybody into doing anything. You're just wanting to help them. Okay. Read this. This is the annual ambassador income. Okay. Do we have any just ambassadors in here? Okay. We do. Okay. The annual ambassador income for that is $446. Any senior ambassadors? That's $2,094. What about silver ambassadors? Yeah. All right, that's $5,065. Gold ambassadors? 12,378. Senior gold? That is 23,264. Ruby? 35,161. Senior ruby? That is 51,644. Emerald is 119,249. Sapphire is 244,611, and diamond is 442,695. Whatever. This chart wasn't out whenever I started, but I knew I could see the Lexuses that the emeralds got and the black Lexuses that the diamonds got. I knew that they had to make a lot of money to be able to get those paid for and stuff like that. And I never thought that it was something that I could really do. I never thought that I would even be senior ruby. I didn't think that being 21 years old and not needing to lose weight, that nobody would listen to me for a health or weight loss product. And that's not true. I think that if anybody had their odds stacked against them, it would be me. I was in college. My mom, my brother, and my dad were all ambassadors before I signed up. They had pretty much all the family, friends, and family on it before I ever even got started. I didn't need to lose weight. I thought I was healthy, and now I know with my migraines and stuff like that. So there's no reason that this cannot work for you if you let it. Okay, this is the number of Plexus jewels, which is emerald and above, in each state. There's not very many. You can see that. So there's no such thing as saturation, in my opinion, and there's only room for growth. Okay, we have been listed in a lot of different magazines. What's the word I'm looking for? featured in the Success from Home magazine in July of 2014. The Inc. 500 or Inc. 5000 listed number 8 as one of the America's fastest growing companies and number 2 in the health category. Shake magazine listed us number 2 for the top 25 diets in 2014. Yeah. So we hear a lot of people say, you know, if you say anything about network marketing, someone's going pyramid scheme, you know, under their breath. And magazines like this don't recognize pyramid schemes. Pyramid schemes are real, but they're not real network marketing businesses. They don't have a product. They're just transferring money around them, and so the company gets paid, but nobody else does. So this is not a pyramid scheme. Basically, what I was getting. Is that it? That was a really quick read. Well, thank you all for coming. Okay, not so fast. I'm going to shut this, though. First of all, I would like to see by raise of hands how many people are ambassadors in the room. Okay. Okay. How many customers do we have? Okay. And then there were a few that hadn't ever even tried it, right? So out of the ambassadors, tell me how many, by show of hands, please, how many of you started just because you wanted to get the product cheaper? Okay, all right. This is the cool part about Plexus, is you get to help people, you get to help yourself buy the product cheaper, and you get to build a business. Not everybody's going to build a business, and that's okay. I have several ambassadors that still just buy their product for wholesale. That's great. I'm excited about that. But looking around and seeing the amount of people that love people that are in Plexus is my very favorite part. Because I get to look around the room and I get to see people's lives change. I'm Melisa Hilderbrand. Some of you, I know that I saw you the last time that we were here. I'm an Emerald Ambassador of Plexus Worldwide, and it has absolutely changed my life beyond recognition, if you want to know the truth. When I started Plexus, I started it solely for the weight loss. I had no idea there was any products in the line that did anything except weight loss, and I had tunnel vision. That's all I was headed for. So what happened was, when I started, I was a size 18 when I started, weighed almost 200 pounds. When I started the Slim, I started on the Slim and the Accelerator. I knew the very first day that Plexus was going to work for me. The reason I knew that Plexus was going to work for me was because I was a 5, sometimes 6, Mountain Dew drinker every single solitary day, and I drank a 5-hour energy shot in the afternoon. Okay, here's the crazy part that I didn't think about until I was way into Plexus quite some time. Okay, I drank that much pop every single day, and I did not go to the bathroom but maybe twice all day long. That junk was sitting in my body, just taking a toll on it. When I started drinking my water, oh, by the way, I hated it prior to Plexus. And I mean, I use that H word seriously. I hated water. I mean, I was the type of person that my feet would hit the floor for years, and I would say, thank you, Father God, that I love water and I hate pop. And I'd go in and I'd take a drink of water and I'd say, God, you're going to have to make it taste better than that. And I would go get my Mountain Dew. That's how, I mean, I'm telling you, I didn't like it. The very first day on the Slim, I started craving water. And I'm like, what is up with this? This is crazy. Then I started seeing that because you need to drink half of your body weight in ounces of water, so I was drinking 100 ounces of water a day and peeing all the time. I mean, every time I turned around, I was having to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom. And I thought,
look at how that's helping my body function correctly. And I hadn't even realized that. That wasn't something I even thought about. Then my husband gets on board, and he starts really researching all of this stuff. And we started thinking, what if? What if it really did change people's lives? And then this little thing over here gets on board. And as a mama, you don't want to see your babies hurt. And I've seen her hurt. She was the type of person, and she's got tenacity like a stinking bulldog, because she would go through her days, and she would go and do whatever she had to do. She pressed through the migraines because she had to. But when she hit that door coming home, you got her Katie bar the door, because she would go straight to her room. I had to put aluminum foil up on her windows, because if she come home and it was daylight, I mean, she had to go to bed. That was it. Everybody had to leave her alone. And when we realized that her migraines were gone, that got my attention. When my son that had drank Dr. Pepper, he drank probably a 12-pack a day of Dr. Pepper every single solitary day. When I realized that he was drinking no more pop, I started thinking, okay, hang on just a second. Can this stuff really do this? Then we started seeing people, diabetics, that were actually getting off of their metformin. Then I've actually seen diabetics get off of their insulin. You start seeing things like that. Do you see how people's lives change? And how, they change forever. It's so amazing when you put the right nutrients in your body, what happens to your body. Who in here's lost weight? Who's lost 5 pounds? 10 pounds? How about 20 pounds? I see Chris back there. How about 30 pounds? Awesome. How about 40? Anybody lose 50? You don't have many pounds to lose. Yeah, exactly. 60? 65? Anybody lose more than that? I'm the winner. Let's go home. How about, is there anyone in this room that's been able to get off of any medication? We're not against doctors. Doctors have a purpose, and I'm very thankful for them. But we need to understand that a synthetic medication won't heal anything, but your body can. So it's amazing when you put the right nutrients in, what you're able to get off of, isn't it? Does anybody have any major testimony on pain? No? Teresa? Let's hear it.
Well, I was like AbbyJo. My quality of life was getting pretty much zero because of migraines and allergies. When I had to wear masks the first time, because if I didn't, I'd come home with a migraine. When I had a migraine, I threw away all my allergy prescriptions, my meds, everything. It's gone.
That's awesome. Actually, I had a phone call yesterday, and they said that on the phone call, they said Teresa Bruce was the reason that I started, because if it can cure her migraines, then I'm all in. Does anybody have like an autoimmune issue that has been helped since you've been putting the right nutrients in? No? No? Y'all just in this for the diet. Well, it's for real. I definitely found that out. Definitely, several of us have found that out. It is for real, and it is amazing when you put the right nutrients in and what happens to your body. So that's really all that I have. Does anyone have any questions? AbbyJo would be glad to answer. No questions? Girls, you did good.
What do you say when someone asks what it costs?
What do you say?
I'm new. Any ideas? Are you gonna answer?
I said AbbyJo would answer.
Random question. I've had a lot of people come to me and tell me that they've saved money by being on Plexus because they're not on their medications. They're not buying ibuprofen weekly. They're not drinking pop every day. You know, they're not stopping at Casey's and getting their candy bar or whatever. And whenever they do the math, there's a lot of people that are actually saving money. If you can, you know, replace Plexus with Starbucks coffee a day, which there's not like Starbucks here, but you know, something like that, then you can get your products paid for. And the compensation's amazing, so there's no reason that you couldn't get your products paid for if price is an issue.
I was able to actually put 4 of us in a household on Plexus for what I saved in all the junk that I bought. Walmart might not be very happy with me. I don't buy all that junk anymore.
I'm going to tell you.
I knew Chris would have something to say.
I was at the hospital with my sister for a week and a half with congestive heart failure and kidney failure, and they took an x-ray of her lungs and they called it the fluffy x-ray. And guys, that's bad because they can't see any lungs. It's just water. It was that bad. And I met the kidney guys, the head kidney guys, and the head heart guys. And I'm telling you, Plexus is the key because they said, and the kidney guy told me this, he said it is very, very, very important for diabetics. And she was a diabetic, a brittle diabetic. Diabetics to make sure they drink a lot of water to flush out their kidneys, because he said 95% of diabetes, they die because of kidney failure. It scared me. I went back to the waiting room and cried because I'm a diabetic and I have heart trouble. And I mean, they opened my eyes. And this Plexus is helping me lose weight, get off 5 blood pressure medicines to 2. I'm telling you, I don't know who you are, or I know you can't afford it, some of you can't, but you don't have a choice, because I'm off of down to 2 blood pressure medicines that cost $300 a piece. I'm telling you, it saved me money. Wow. I have my health back. I can walk. I couldn't walk when I came off. I came off the semi. I drove for 10 years, and my blood pressure went too high, and I lost my license. So I'm just telling you. I know you're all saying no. This is a scam, or it isn't going to work. My husband has lost 4 pant sizes. We went to the funeral, and I had to buy him a new shirt. He was in a 3X. I went and bought a 2X, and he wrapped it around himself. And I'm going, oh my God. But I couldn't change it. It was too late. He had to wear it.
Yeah.
But I'm just telling you, for guys, it's important. For women, it's very important. And I have a granddaughter, 2 years old, and she's the Plexus fanatic. She'd be here tonight if we would have let her.
Yeah.
Because she's Plexus. And she'll tell you, you gotta take your Plexus. And X Factor, my daughter is an X addict, okay? And she said for a lot of addicts, they have that high. They need to get, she said the two things they need is a boost and the X Factor and the keep drink. It keeps them from going and getting meth and whatever else they need. It does help them.
Yeah.
So she is really game on that part. And she said, you know, and we've had women that come up and they have colds really, really bad. And they said, we've talked to them and they wouldn't take it. They wouldn't even try it. When they were sick, they begged us for it. We had to go home and get it and come back. Because they wanted the X Factor and the boost.
Yay.
And it made them well. They wouldn't take a big drink, but I don't care. But also, the other one is that you need to know about is the block. For diabetics, it's very, 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 very important to take the block because it will block the sugar on your insulin and it'll drop your blood sugar down where you can get off your meds. Okay.
Thank
She's
you,
awesome.
thank you, thank you. Does anyone else have something they want to share?
I think anybody that is on or has taken an antidepressant should really try the probiotic, the biocleanse. Antidepressants are horrible, horrible things.
Amen, sister.
I've had been on a few of them, and I don't know what was worse, the depression or the medication. Because the medication, maybe you didn't cry yourself to sleep, or maybe you didn't cuss somebody out that day, but you didn't feel, I didn't feel good. Not at all. I mean, I was still not happy.
I just felt numb.
And,
I just felt like I was
and
walking
wasn't
through
myself,
life.
you know, and you're not yourself. Now I'm happy, but I'm still myself, and I don't take any more medication.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Because I'm still myself.
Plus, she quit smoking 60 days ago and lost 20-some pounds. Yeah.
To add to that, I have been in a hotel for 2 years. We stayed in a really big maybe everybody knows what that is. And I've been in a state last week and
Yay.
Teresa?
I've had some Amish neighbors, and everyone around our area knew how bad my migraines were and my allergies. And 2 weeks ago, I guess, one of the women called me, and she said, of course, you know, they've got that accent. And she said, I've heard you've not had migraines. What are you taking? And so I said, well, she goes, can you bring me some and show me? So I took the Plexus combo up there. She bought that, and she told me she wants 2 more. She wants the X Factor. She starts naming off all this stuff. She has 2 of her 7 kids on this.
Hi.
One is 10, and the other one is 14. And she called me last week and thanked me because she saw a difference in their attitudes.
Oh.
And they can focus more. They are studying harder, and they are getting their lessons done.
Awesome.
Wow.
So now it's kind of like, she wants me to bring more stuff.
Yeah.
So naturally, they don't have computers.
The Amish are on it.
Yeah, I have my Amish neighbors on it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I run across husbands all the time that, and mine happens to be one of them, that say things like, you know, I would get a second job to pay for Plexus for my wife before I would let her go off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else? I love hearing stories. Nope.
Quit smoking.
Yay!
Someone on Facebook the other day, was it? Yeah. Asking about, it does help a lot to quit smoking.
Yeah.
A whole lot.
That's awesome.
Oh, I have one. My sister-in-law that just had a baby not that long ago started on the slim. She was not producing breast milk, and it has tremendously helped her. It was a big thing for her. She really wanted to breastfeed, and my brother-in-law was pressuring her very hard, and it made it worse. And when she finally calmed down and we talked to her about this, there's a Plexus breastfeeding page on Facebook, and so I got her on that, and she studied on it a little bit and started it, and it's working like a charm. Yay.
Awesome. Awesome. Great. All right. Well, I'll stay here all night long if y'all want to keep talking. If not, we'll go home.